Form 5 Chapter 3 Video number 19 Okay, are you ready? 准备好了没有？Quite excited because of the big title actually. Nephrons 圣单元圣单位 OK 准备好了啦 It should be 20 minutes at least 起码20分钟 So nephrons the small unit that build up the kidneys 把我们的肾做出来的小单位 nephrons OK So slowly 慢慢开始So the functional unit of the kidney. So inside the kidney, who is making the function actually? It's called nephrons. 真正在做工的人就叫肾单位 nephron. Okay. And each human kidney consists of about 1 million of nephrons. 我们的肾里面呢，大概有100万个 nephrons. Okay. And nephrons consist of 3 major parts. 肾单位actually can separate into 3 parts. Okay, 每一个肾单位小小的单位 it can be separated into 3 parts. And the first part 第一个单位第一个 part we call the glomerulus. Glomerulus 肾小球 Okay, glomerulus 肾小球I don't know what never mind don't know never mind Okay beside the glomerulus, okay, nephron actually also made up of another part, and the part will be called Bowman capsules. Okay, Bowman capsules, glomerulus, Bowman capsules. Okay, 这边就叫肾小球 or this is a Bowman capsule. Don't know, don't worry, 慢慢来 Okay. 总是要一个好开始嘛 And beside the Bowman capsules and our nephron actually also consists of what? Made up of what? 还有什么东西呢？第三个 the renal tubules. Renal tubules 就是肾里面的管道，一大堆个管道 renal tubule 肾管道，肾小球 Bowman capsule and also a lot of renal tubule glomerulus Bowman capsule and renal tubule Okay. Next, but when I talk about renal tubules, 当我讲到肾管道的时候啊 renal tubules, the renal tubules actually still can separate into 3, 还可以分成3大种 Okay, so you can write here times 3, 它可以分成3大种管道 Okay, but what are the example? 谁来的呢 The 3 actually is what? What are tubule? Okay, so肾小球有3个结构 glomerulus nephrons 肾单位有3个结构 glomerulus Bowman capsule and renal tubule and the renal tubule actually make up of 3 types 它里面有3种 Okay, so the first one 肾管道可以分成3大种了 Number 1 proximal convoluted tubules proximal mean 最靠近的前面的Convoluted 就是环绕着、盘绕着的、转着的 tubule 管道了，前面转来转去的管道。Okay, so proximal convoluted tubules. Beside the proximal convoluted tubule, 前面转着的管道。Okay, maybe I show you some example first. I show the diagram first, and you will be not so worried 啦，你就没有这样紧张了，对不对 ？I'm sorry. 对不起 Okay, I show you. Glomerulus 肾小球 Bowman capsule Okay, I don't know how to call in Chinese. 这些东西就是肾小球 And beside the glomerulus, we having the Bowman capsule. And after the Bowman capsule, it will be connected to the renal tubule. 这边就叫肾管道 renal tubule. Okay, but the renal tubules can be separated into 3, 1, 2, 3 part 1, 2, 3 3大部分 So the first part 第一部分呢 Okay, the first part we call it as what? Okay, proximal 前面的最靠近的 Okay, convoluted 转来转去盘绕着的 tubule 啦 Now here now this one the white color Don't look at the red color 不要看红色的 Okay, so this is what happens. Now this is the proximal convoluted tubule. But after the proximal convoluted tubules, it will go to another part, the second part. So this is the part that we call lobes. Lobes, L-O-O-B, lobes 掉下去上来了 OK, lobes of handy 这边呢就叫 lobes of handy 这边lobes of handy OK. So the second part of the renal tubules we call it as what? Lobes of handies OK, 肾不会主瓣lobes of handy 肾瓣 OK. And after the lobes of handies OK, proximal convoluted tubule 前面的围绕着盘绕着的管道 and it will be followed by lobes of handy OK, now this one lobes of handy. And after the lobes of handy, it will go to distals. Distal means 后面的尾端的 OK, convoluted tubule. They're still convoluted. 它还是卷来卷去，对不对？盘绕着。So the last part, it will become the distal convoluted tubules. 尾端后面的阿伯 OK, convoluted tubules. 5. The distal convoluted tubules of several nephrons. Okay, they will join to a common ones. Okay, 什么意思呢？那 look at the diagrams. So this is a distal convoluted tubules. 尾端后面的盘绕着的 tube 啦。Okay, so the distal convoluted tubule of several nephrons. This is one of the nephron. 这个叫一个肾单位 or maybe here having another nephrons. So several nephrons, finally the distal convoluted tubule, they will be joined together to a common tube, very big tube 啦，比较大的一条 tube. So this is a tube that we call collecting ducts, 收集尿液的管道啦 OK, collecting ducts. So the distal convoluted tubule of several nephron, 几条 nephron 结合起来 OK, and finally they will form the common collecting ducts, 就变成一条收集东西的管道啦 OK, 那 distal convoluted tubule 第一条 distal convoluted tubule from another nephrons 第二条第三条第四条 they will join together to become the common collecting ducts, 收集尿液的管道啦 OK, 不是尿液啦其实差不多接近尿液 So the Bowman capsule and both convoluted tubules lie within the cortex. So where the lobes of handy extend into the medulla. So all the structure like this, they are somewhere around the cortex. Here, cortex 外层 and some of them will be inside the medulla. 有的呢就在内层 So this is the beginning 啦，刚刚开始的一个 part. So now we continue further with diagram. 我们用图片看第二回了。But now when I continue with the diagrams, okay, so beside the renal tubule here, 这边就是肾管道了。1, 2, 3. So now I add in the blood vessel. 现在我又加进血管。So red color, the red color here, actually they are the blood vessel 啦。So this diagram, I give you a new title. I give it a new title. 我给它一个新的 title. I call this diagram as what? 我把这个图片称为 the blood vessel surrounding the nephrons. So 肾单位、肾单元里面的血管 blood vessel. Okay? So now story again. 故事开讲又再来啦 Second level 第二回合 Okay, copy whatever the pink color. This is not pink color actually. I don't know how to call. Oh, copy the number with the alphabet also lah. Okay, so what is this? 这些 number 代表着什么呢 It means 3A glomerulus 3A. So 3A glomerulus. Okay, 这样子啦。这样子用的 So copy first before I start 我没有开始之前你 copy first Or maybe make the blood vessel red color first Using your highlight pen Make it Okay Red color Label it red color Okay Start again Okay 再来了 So when our heart pumps Oxygenated blood go to the aorta Okay, aorta will be separated into a lot of branches. Aorta 就分叉变成很多的新分叉 and we call artery. And one of the artery going to send the blood go to the kidneys. Okay, so the artery we call it as what? Renal artery 啦。这一条动脉就叫肾动脉 renal artery. So now renal artery having the high blood pressures because it's connected to our heart's left ventricle. Okay, so the pressure is very high. So after the renal artery will be separated into a a lot of smaller branches, and all the smaller branches with high pressure here we call it as what? 这种小小的动脉 So actually we call arterial 小动脉 but this is a efferent arterial 进来的小动脉啦 efferent 就是进来的啦 arterial 小动脉 where the arterial come from 这些小动脉从哪里来呢 renal artery 啦肾动脉分叉过后变成的小动脉 so efferent arterial 血管来的 okay so efferent arterial with a high blood pressure, finally it will be separated into more branches of smaller blood vessels. And all the blood vessels here actually we can call capillaries, 微血管. So a lot of blood capillary, they join together, they are convoluted, 它们转来转去啦 or they are tangled, 它们缠绕着啦 Okay, so finally become a structure, 好像一粒球啦 Look like ball, so we call glomerulus. 这边就叫肾小球了 Okay, so they are made up of what? Glomerulus actually is made up of what? Blood vessel, blood capillary. 它全部都是微血管来的 glomerulus. Okay. So because of the high blood pressures, okay, when the oxygenated blood or when the blood flow through the glomerulus, or this is actually the blood capillary. Okay, so some of the material they will diffuse through the blood capillary, but some of the material they will continue to flow, okay, inside the blood capillaries. So certain material continue to flow inside the blood capillaries, okay, but some of the material they will be diffused through the blood capillary. So the filtrates, okay, that is diffused through the blood capillary inside the glomerulus. Finally, they are entering another structure just beside the glomerulus. 它就跑进了 glomerulus 肾小球旁边的一个东西。This is what we call Bowman capsule 啦。这个东西就叫 Bowman capsule. Okay, it's going to receive the filtrate 过滤出来的液体啦 from glomerulus 从肾小球里面收集它过滤出来的东西 this is what we call filtrate 啦过滤出来的物品 So certain material like blood cell 啦 protein 啦 plasma protein 啦 they may be continue to flow 它们继续的流动 and all the blood capillary in the glomerulus they will join together become another bigger blood vessel that we call efferents, very difficult to differentiate the pronunciations. Okay, efferents arterial 出来的小动脉，进来的小动脉，出来的小动脉啦，中间就是微血管。Okay, efferents arterial. Okay, so this is your 3A glomerulus, or this is 3B. This is what we call Bowman capsule. Okay. So after the Bowman capsules, it will go to the term called renal tubule. 肾管道就来了 Okay, so the white color here, this is what we call the renal tubule. But do you see or not? Efferent arterial, finally they move together with the renal tubules. 它跟肾管道呢，这些血管呢 Okay, 跟肾管道其实它们缠绕在一起，对不对？盘绕在一起 Okay, so now what is the name for this part? The beginning. Okay, that is closest to the Bowman capsules. So this is a renal tubule. Number 1, we call proximal. 它的名字就叫 proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal 前面的 Okay, convoluted 就是盘绕的 tubule 管道啦 Okay, and they are surrounded by what? Surrounded by Okay, the efferent arterial 啦 But this is actually the blood capillary. 它又变成小小的 blood capillary 了 Okay, and next 再走 Okay, so proximal convoluted tubule with the filtrate. 它刚才收到的那些过滤的液体 filtrates, they flow downwards. 它们流下去 They go to the medulla. This is a cortex. This is a medulla. So they go to the renal tubule number 2, or this is what we call lobes of Henle. Lobes of Henle's. Okay, lobes of Henle's. And what is this? 这些东西红色的一条一条的是什么呢 Still the blood vessel. So blood capillary network 啦，好多的微血管 They just beside the lobes of Henle. But why they just beside the lobes of Henle? Actually, they're having certain process that take place here， 这边有事情发生的。But temporarily, I give you the structure only lah. I don't talk about the story. Okay, the process later. So renal tubule number 1, proximal 前面的 convoluted tubule. Number 2, lobes of Henry's. And number 3, they go to the end, 它的后面了，对不对？ So this is the end part, or this is what we call distals. Okay, 后面的末端尾端的 distal convoluted tubule. But remember, you see, okay, all the blood capillary actually they follow the renal tubules, or they're having some process that take place here that we're going to discuss in the next video. Okay, so now all the blood capillary they join back again. They follow the distal convoluted tubule, and finally they will join back. And when they join back, they go back to our hearts again. 它又流回我们的心脏了，对不对？ Okay, so when they join back, they go to the blood vessel that we call renal vein. So it can carry the deoxygenated blood back to our hearts again. So 这一条就变成大条的 renal vein 经脉回去心脏。Okay. But what happened to this renal tubule? Distal convoluted tubule. It will join together with another structure, or this is a structure that we call collecting ducts. Okay, collecting ducts. So all the filtrate that come out or flow out from the distal convoluted tubule will send to the collecting ducts. Okay, but one collecting duct actually receives the filtrate from many nephrons. Okay, so another nephron maybe here 这边可能另外一个肾单元肾单位 it carry the filtrate, and the filtrate also will be collected by these collecting ducts. Okay, so filtrate from another nephrons, they will join together and go to the collecting ducts, and collecting ducts going to send the filtrate go to where? Ureter 输尿管 and finally go to the bladder 啦，然后过去送去膀胱。Okay, so this is just one of the unit only 啦，其中一个单位，肾单位 ，and we call nephrons. Okay, 肾单位。Okay, 再来。So third time 第三次了啊 ，third level 第三回合 ，we try with the sentence， 我们用句子呢解决了。Okay。If you can fill in the blank, maybe you understand 了，你知道整个大画面了 ，OK， and 你就差不多要过关了。Wow， OK， between the kidneys, each nephron is supplied with the blood. Between the kidney, each nephron is supplied with the blood by the efferent arteriole, which is a branch of the veins. Okay, so where the kidney get the blood supplies, it comes from the efferent arteriole 进来的小动脉 or which is a branch of renal artery 啦，它就是我们的肾动脉的其中一个分叉来。Okay, and each one divide further into the tangled capillary networks called each efferent arteriole 这些进来的小动脉 so each efferent arteriole divide further into a tangled capillary networks 变成再次分解变成一大堆缠绕着的 blood capillary network called glomerulus 就是肾小球 glomerulus. The capillaries of the glomerulus reunited to form the veins. Okay, all the blood capillary of the glomerulus they reunited 它们重去团圆 sorry. Now all the blood capillary of glomerulus they reunited finally become the efferent arterioles 就变成跑出来的动脉 efferent arteriole. And each efferent arteriole divide into the network called blood capillary surrounding the renal tubule. 过后这些小动脉就变成了微血管 and they're surrounding the renal tubule 它们围绕着肾管道了 okay and the ones okay the network of blood capillary eventually join together into the veins so finally they will join together and all the blood capillary finally they will join together and go back to our hearts 回去我们的心脏 okay so they will join together into the renal veins 肾静脉 and go back to the hearts. Okay, so this is the basic structure, or these are the basic structure inside our kidney, nephron, and the structure is inside the nephron, OK， set 过关，拜拜。